At some point, we got to start protecting our legends and their legacies. We can't just, every time something happens, put their legacies on the chopping block.
Message.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson or Allen Iverson? Now, before you answer that question, I'm going to put things into perspective for you. So first, what we're going to do, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit the bell, of course. If you want to join this channel, $6.99 a month. I got a lot to break down, but let's run into the clip. I'm going to get to the clip early so you can get my take off, because I got a lot of things that you pretty much need to know before you make your decision. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Chandler, speaking of recency bias, we had Pat Bev on yesterday, and for a minute we had a discussion about the D Wade James Harden take that he had. Now he's saying Jalen Brunson is better than Allen Iverson. Now I play with AI, and I don't love this take. Like, at some point we got to start protecting our legends and their legacies. We can't just, every time something happens, put their legacies on the chopping block to big up somebody else. It's okay to celebrate Jalen Brunson. It's okay to give him his flowers and his props without bringing anybody else or compare anybody else. Like, AI never had the teams that he had, and he still made it to the NBA Finals. It's not like he didn't accomplish anything. Got an MVP out of it, had an illustrious career, had a Hall of Fame career. There's no reason for this to even be a comparison and get people's blood pressure up. This goes back to my point that I made a few minutes ago. We talking about guys with championships like it ain't nothing. We talking about Hall of Famers like it ain't nothing. We comparing this and that. Like, we got to restore order in how we discuss our game, man.
I agree.
So Brunson and Allen Iverson have a similar play style. They're both ball-dominant guards. They're both volume scorers, and they both are pretty effective with the ball, and they're not that effective without it. They both, I feel like, have similar games. So I understand the comparison, and let's just get into it though. Jalen Brunson just benefited from having more of a complete team. On days that Jalen Brunson can't get it going, he can rely on OG, he can rely on Cat, he can rely on players having, big games that can score 25, 30 points, because OG and Cat can score 25, 30 points on any given night. They can explode, and that's not the case with Allen Iverson. He couldn't rely on Dikembe Mutombo, Eric Snow, and Aaron McKee, Tyrone Hill. He couldn't rely on those guys to go out there and score 30. So when AI doesn't have it going, we have to really just hope and pray that the rest of the guys around him can make buckets. And that's because they built a team around defense, and they built a team around Allen Iverson. So yeah, I give credit to Brunson, and I'm not taking away anything from Brunson. And Brunson deserved every single credit that he's been getting regarding this championship run. But let's face it, Allen Iverson played it on the East, took his team to the finals, and went against a dynasty, Kobe and Shaq. And we can't compare that to going against a team that's never been to the playoffs before in their life. Yeah, they had a great run. The Spurs had a great run. Yeah, it's awesome. But Wemby's young. He's not fully there yet. And that Spurs team was inexperienced. The Knicks were a more experienced team. So one, we can't compare the finals runs, but we can compare the fact that they're both small guys, they're both leaders, and they both benefited from being the man on their team and getting the job done. They both had 45, 48 point games in the finals. Of course, that infamous Tyronn Lue step over with Allen Iverson had it going in the Staples Center. That's one of the games I had on VHS to record. I used to watch it and go outside and try to hoop because Allen Iverson was my favorite player of all time next to Kobe. Like, they're like 1A, 1B, like, and Melo. Like, those are my guys. Like, those are people that made me want to play basketball. So I want to get that out the way. But I also want to add something, because the people were talking about this whole James Harden and Dwayne Wade, how it's a similar situation, because one, we say Dwayne Wade's better because he won a championship. I'm like, no. This is not the same. Allen Iverson, I don't like to be this guy, but put Allen Iverson on the Knicks team, I think they do the same thing. Put Jalen Brunson on that Philly team, I think they're capable of doing similar things, but I just don't know how much Brunson can rely on it, because like I said, Brunson can rely on his teammates to score. Allen Iverson was the main focal point of scoring. Of course, other guys got it done, but we can't compare the two. Well, back to my point. Dwayne Wade and James Harden, we say that Dwayne Wade's better, and then people like to make it say it's just because of the ring. It's not because of the ring. It's because overall, James Harden is not an equal defender as Dwayne Wade. And not just an equal defender, but a guy that in the clutch and deep in playoff moments, deep playoff runs, we can rely on down the stretch to have big games. James Harden is shrunk in big games. So we're talking about a different type of comparison, right? We only compare them two because they're shooting guards and they both play shooting guard. But in the case of Allen Iverson and Brunson, they both have similar playing styles. They play pretty much exactly the same, mid-range, getting downhill, quick. They just get the job done, but they're little guys. But when in that case, we can't just say a championship makes somebody better. I'll never be that guy. As much as I talk about LeBron on this channel and Kobe, because obviously I'm a big debate channel about LeBron versus Kobe and Jordan versus LeBron, all that good stuff, and I enjoy it. But let's just be honest. The reason why we think a guy like Jordan and Kobe are better than LeBron is not because they won more championships, but it's also the eye test. It's also the fact that one guy had visually had more talent and played with more talent and got the job done less. But that's not the only reason why I think Kobe is better. It's because Kobe was more skilled. It's because Kobe showed up in bigger moments, and because Kobe did more with less. And when you look at those things, look at those factors, I think Iverson was in that same case. He did more with less. Of course, Brunson has benefited from a better team with better offensive players around him, with a better everything around him. Like that, I think that Knicks team is a great team. And I'm not taking away from the Sixers, because they did have the coach of the year, defensive player of the year, and the sixth man of the year, and Aaron McKee, Dikembe Mutombo, and Larry Brown. So we're not saying that the team wasn't good, but let's face it, that team, I don't think they're as good as the New York Knicks, because the New York Knicks were like top 5 teams to win like 11 straight games or something like that. It was like the only teams that's ever done that, all won championships besides one. Like they had a historic postseason. I believe they lost like 3 games, maybe 2 to 3 games the whole playoffs. Like that is amazing. And what we're seeing is history. We're witnessing a dominance of a team. That Sixers team wasn't dominating the postseason like this team. That series with Vince Carter went 7, came down to the stretch. The series with the Bucks, I believe, ended in 6. This series with the Knicks, they swept the last 2 their opponents. They swept two of their last opponents. The second round and the conference finals swept, and then he lost a few games to the Hawks. The Hawks, the first round team, is the team that beat them the most. That's crazy. The team in the finals only won 1 game. The Hawks won 2. The Hawks won more games against the Knicks than the freaking Spurs. So that goes to show you that this team right here has had a dominant freaking postseason run. But Brunson, take away nothing from him. I love Brunson. He is a great player. He represents an era for me that no longer exists. He has tough attitude. He's a product of the Mamba. All that stuff is good. But I think we should pump our brakes and just let people enjoy who they are in their era, because like I said, I don't think this Knicks team works in 2001, and I don't think that 2001 team works with Allen Iverson and that crew. I don't think that team works in 2026. So let's let eras have their eras. Let's respect what Iverson has done. Let's respect what he brought to the game, and let's respect what Brunson has brought to the game. Both scenarios are great, and they both worked out differently, but ultimately they both ended up having great careers, and Brunson's going to continue to have a great career. I hope the Knicks can even win again, because I like to see New York on top, because believe it or not, I think it's great for basketball. I think it's great for the product of the NBA as well. And this NBA Finals was probably the best NBA Finals I've seen since maybe 2010, 2013, around there. So that's something, and maybe 2016. That was a pretty good Finals as well, the 3-1 comeback. It was entertaining to say the least. Kyrie's shot, just the comeback from being down 3-1 was great. So definitely one of the best NBA Finals I've seen. Respect to both of the players. And this is Tyler Rose TV. My name is Tyler Rose TV. Hit that subscribe and hit the bell. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to join for $6.99 a month, you can be a supporter of this channel, and I got some perks that come along with it. Hit that subscribe and bell, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.